Hey, it's Elizabeth here, and welcome back to flip number 24. This is my fourth Fibonacci book. I make them out of altered composition books, and let's get started. So let's see, we saw all of this stuff. We were into August. So we saw all of this, not that. Okay, here's where we left off, my daughter's 19th birthday that we celebrated, and that was fun. Okay, so this day here on August 7th was a 5 on Friday by the sweet Allie on the group Fibonacci Journalers. And so some of the things, I don't have a list right here with me, but some of the things were use flowered, some type of flowered paper, use some die cuts, use maybe some vintagey things. I'm not really sure. And so this in the center was, what's it called? The Letter It August prompt. Take a deep breath. And I was talking about memories here. So one of the memories that I thought about today, thanks to Sweet Lynn on the group as well. She's my sister from another mister. And so, yeah, we were, we were talking about weddings and things like that. And so I was reminded of a song that was sung at my wedding. And it was such a sweet memory. So I was so glad for that. And then I printed out the words to the song. And it is I Could Never Promise You by Don Francisco. And my youth pastor actually... Oh, there's Roxanne. She's sniffing around. My youth pastor actually sang it at our wedding, and it was absolutely beautiful. And the song is titled "I Could Never Promise You," but which is like sounds terrible to sing at a wedding, but it goes on to talk about how we could never promise each other without God's strength. So that's what the song is about, and it's a beautiful song, and it was a lovely memory, and so I thank Lynn for that. One of the things I'm gonna try to keep these videos short, but you know how I love to ramble. One of the things I love about this type of journaling, and also using the prompts, if we want to, or not using them or whatever, is that it just takes me down memory lane, and I love it, because quite literally my short-term memory, I have like the memory of a gnat when it comes to that, but I can remember things, long-term memory. And so it's great when we talk about certain things on the group, or when there's a certain prompt and it just takes me back to, a wonderful memory. And I love that. I think I want to start a different journal, because my daughter and I often reminisce. And it's like, oh, remember when, we used to do this or we used to do that. And I really want to record those and write those things down. So yeah, I really want to do that. That's a thought. Oh, and I was watching last night on YouTube, or the other day. Now, when this goes live, it'll be, weeks ago. But what is her name? Mrs. Brimble's, I think. Anna Brim, and Anna Brim on... I think that's her name, but she goes by Mrs. Brimble's, I believe, and she's so cute. She's over in the UK, and she does, she's doing Vlogust, so she vlogs every day. And so yesterday it was so interesting. She was talking about, memories, and how she was thinking about, memory keeping, I guess, and about videotaping things and doing these vlog type things and all that kind of stuff. And anyway, long story short, she came to the conclusion that really the only method of memory keeping that is going to continue on through time and through the advances of technology is putting memories down in written form. And so, yeah, that was just like so interesting to me. And again, like I was saying, my daughter and I often reminisce and, about just different things when they were growing up, or, whatever it is, that we reminisce about. And it's just so fun remembering all those things. So yeah, I think I'm going to do a journal of some sort that just records different memories of things that were going on, just apart from this, more like, things that I didn't document before. So anyway, there's my thought on that. A whole 5 minutes worth of it. So anyway, then this page was Saturday, and we were down in the Keys, actually. We had gone down, and some friends of ours, a co-worker at my husband's work, he and his family came down that weekend, and we were really hoping to go out on the boat and whatever, but, Big Handsome was just not feeling well. And he continues to have just such a time with his illness. And so, yeah, it's a day by day thing. So I was, I felt bad because these friends of ours had come down, and, we just weren't all into doing that much, but we still had a lot of fun hanging out. And the I Love Us was the letter at August prompt, and we went out on the golf cart with our friends. And looking back, I thought my husband was just being ridiculous when he got an 8-seater golf cart, for crying out loud. So yeah, we jokingly now call it the golf cart limo. And but it was great because there were 7 of us all together, and so we all got to fit on it and go out and go driving around. So that was a lot of fun. And then that night, we just sat down on the patio and ordered pizza and just sat around reminiscing with each other and talking and having a good time. And then as, the sun started setting, mosquitoes came out. We had a huge mosquito invasion. It was horrible. Oh my heavens to Betsy. So yeah, that was that. And then Sunday, we went to Sunday brunch with our friends at Buzzard's Roost, it's always yummy. We go there quite often. And so, yeah, that was really nice. And we had a really good time with the same friends, that were down. And then this is the letter at August. You are accepted. And yes, I am. And I thank Jesus for that. So that's what I did for that. And then on this day here, what's today? Today is like the 20-something, the 28th of August. So this was back on the 9th of August. And I had 100 subbies, so that was exciting. Sometimes I don't go back onto YouTube. I mean, I go on because, I check my comments on my page because I really like to reply to everyone's comment. I think that's important. You all take the time to watch my videos and listen to my endless rambling, and I so appreciate it. And along with that, you take the time to write a comment, whether it's short or long or whatever. And so, yeah, I like to respond back. I think it's important to respond back to the people that take the time out for that. So, yay. Thank you so much to all my subbies out there. And I really appreciate you. So, moving on to this page here. This was fads during my childhood. So my childhood, I was born in 1969. So my childhood was like, the 70s and 80s. But this is more like the late 70s into, like the late 80s. So when I was like in, my school age years, basically. So yeah, I remember these things right here. Oh my heavens. I couldn't believe that I found a picture of these online. I about choked when I saw them. My girlfriend had them, and I envied them. I envied her for having them, and I coveted them, and I wanted them so bad. And so I remember we'd walk home from school to her house, and she'd have them, and we would like trade shoes right then and there on the sidewalk on the way walking home, so that I could have a chance to skate on them. And actually those were like the first like Heelys. Remember Heelys? They were popular when my kids were younger, and of course my kids just had to have them. But anyway, yeah, so that was hilarious that I found a picture of that. And of course, disco was big then, and the pet rock was a huge thing. I actually had a pet rock, and yeah, so that was funny. And then jelly shoes, I remember these things. Oh my goodness. And yeah, I wore them all the time. The Rubik's Cube, we of course got them because they were a fad, but I hated them so much, and I think my brothers and I ended up like taking the stickers off and replacing them so it would look like we had actually solved the puzzle, because like we never could. So, and then of course the 80s hair, yeah, we all had that. And the boom box, I remember people having boom boxes and carrying them on like their shoulder and listening to music way too loudly. So yeah. And then this here was the letter it, August, and it's take the road less traveled. And so I did this in Inktense and, sketched it out. I think I found I'm sure I found a picture to copy, because none of this stuff comes from my brain. And then I just think this is so funny. Like every time I do a sunset or like a sunrise or something, it looks like a big fat bum right there. Like, I don't even know. I don't know why I do it, but it always comes out looking like a butt. I got to work on that. Anyway, so we'll do these 2 pages here. And then on August 11th, we were still celebrating Beauty Queen's birthday. And so we went to a restaurant called Marker 88 down in Islamorada in the Keys. And that was a lot of fun. And there's my beautiful girl with her bub. And we had a lovely family dinner. And we actually had lionfish as an appetizer, which was really excellent. And we had a lobster flatbread that was really good as well for an appetizer. And then Beauty Queen and I shared a delicious crusted hogfish for dinner, and it was so yummy. I really enjoy hogfish. And what else? Sunshine had ahi tuna, which was really good. I'm not a tuna kind of person, so yeah, but he enjoys it. So, and Bub had a burger, and Big Handsome had soup. So that was her birthday dinner. It was very nice. And then this was Tangle Tuesday. So I did a tangle, like Creatively Amy, did a tangle video. And so I just kind of copied her, the design of it, basically the tangle design. And then I put Red Sky at Night, Sailor's Delight. So because that night the sky was red, and here, if you're a seafaring people, that means that you'll have a decent day's weather the next day, which was a good thing, because the next day my husband gathered up all of his energy and took all the kids out fishing. And Bub I think we were down in the Keys for a week this time. So Bub was able to come down and spend, a couple nights with us at the house. So that was fun for my daughter. And so, yeah, my husband got everybody up at 6:30 a.m. and got out on the boat, and they went fishing for dolphin. And dolphin is a type of fish. It is also a mammal known as the dolphin or the porpoise. That is not what they fish for. They fish for something called dolphin, and it's a fish. And typically in restaurants, it's called mahi mahi, so that people don't get confused and think that they're eating porpoise. So, yeah, then this is a picture of them with all their fish that they caught, and they actually caught, I think they caught like 30 fish or something, but they only ended up keeping 10 because, what you catch, you have to clean. And since the only person that cleans fish is my husband, and he had spent just about all of his spoons and energy on taking them fishing, he didn't have very much energy left when he got back to the dock and still had to clean 10 fish. So yeah, they went out into the Atlantic about 20 miles offshore. I stayed home. I do not dolphin fish because generally they go out into the Gulf Stream or beyond, and they go like past the shipping lanes. You cannot see land. You're out literally in the middle of the ocean, and I do not like that. It is not good for me. So I stay home and I await their arrival. So yeah, this is a little Salt Life sticker. Salt Life is like a brand of, t-shirts and stuff like that. And do not worry about tomorrow. That was the letter at August prompt. And then of course they're my beautiful family with their fish. And then one of the prompts was, what cartoon did you watch as a kid? And the only thing that I could think of was Shazam. And it wasn't really a cartoon. It was like, real people, but it was like a superhero thing. And I had I had two older brothers, so I still have one older brother. The other one sadly passed away. But yeah, with my two older brothers in a house, it's not like I had a choice on what we were going to watch on Saturday morning. So Shazam it was. So yeah, I will stop there. And yeah, I went a little bit further than my 12-minute limit, but oh well, you know me. I like to ramble. Anyhow, I hope y'all are having a great day. And if you have any questions, as usual, leave them down below. Appreciate your comments so much, and I thank you so much for them. And I love responding to them and reading them and all of that. So it's great fun for me. And I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. And thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next flip.